We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. To go, the dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's on the pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And 8.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
49-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
Second and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Not ready. Hurry. 57. Not today, you are. Not today. Alert 33.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Taken down.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Throwing, Mayfield. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's the mic. Mark 57.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
2-yard attempt.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score. Cody Parkey on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on it.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
Now Mixon. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. A gain of a yard.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the gun on third down is Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. There we go.
They'll run with Hunt. And he is going to lose yardage here.
The ball carrier.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
He's brought down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike, 57. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Watch the twins. Watch the twins. Hey. Motion.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st down.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Ross, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Cincinnati. Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
57, Mike, let's go, let's go.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this carries into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Hunt, the ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Regular. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Hurry.
From the 36, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And there's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
Another Browns first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
It's third and goal.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Let's go, D. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got three, fellas. We got
A carry here for Hunt, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Parkey is good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great. But you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Bengals. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends into formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
McCann on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good.
It is good.
And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth.
10.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
The 33-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Point it right. Shift. Watch twins. Kings.
Mayfield. He finds his target. Beckham. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 2nd down now. It's Hunt pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Ball carrier.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 27. Now it's Hunt. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brought down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, alert 33. What?
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Parkey's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And the Bengals 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
29-yard line. Tonight.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So for the Browns, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Cincinnati,
Thank you.